Toby's final kitchen belongs to 80s Who companion
Oh, hello.
Oh, yes.
Nicola Bryant.
Hello, nice to see
Hello.
you.
Come on in.
Stylish boat.
And today they'll be joined by the Sixth Doctor himself, Colin Baker.
TV's Doctor Who. Hello. Nice to see you.
Very nice to see you.
I'll send these little ones off to play. Come on then.
Nice.
Off you go, play. Off you go.
Gumblejack.
The finest fish in this galaxy, probably the universe. Cleaned, skinned, quickly pan-fried in their own juices till they're golden brown. Ambrosia steeped in nectar perry. The flavour is unforgettable.
So we are going to do, and it's one of your recipes, Nicola, we are doing Perry's pineapple cheesecake. I could have thought charming producer John Nathan Turner gets his own picture with you. I won't comment on your outfit there, Nicola.
Not a lot of it. Mostly flowers.
Not a lot
and
of
a little
it,
bit
yeah.
of grass.
Yeah.
Perry's pineapple cheesecake features curd cheese, double cream and canned pineapple. But I'm told Nicola has other ideas.
Given we're not in the 1980s,
Yes.
and given that my dear friend here is highly allergic to cheese,
That's a good start.
I thought we would update Perry's pineapple cheesecake and go very modern and go with the flavours of today.
Right, so we're doing a recipe from the Doctor Who Cookbook by not doing a recipe from the Doctor Who
Absolutely.
Cookbook.
You've got it.
I bet she was like this on the show.
And eat it.
Got it.
Okay. Okay.
One of Colin's favourite drinks is a caramel macchiato.
Right.
So I've gone with these flavours, but it is a vegan,
Yeah.
paleo,
Yeah.
and we're not going to call it cheesecake, we're calling it Dr. Please cake.
Right.
Because the word cheesecake also upsets Colin.
I see. So it's
it's
a
a-
pineapple cheesecake without any cheese, without any pineapple.
Yeah.
To make Nicola's Dr. Please cake, you will need... Well, I don't know what you'll need. I haven't got that recipe. So, go back to them in the kitchen.
We start with the crust.
We start with the crust. So we need a cup of chopped almonds, a cup of desiccated coconut shredded, Medjool dates, oh, the posh ones, and a tablespoon of coconut oil. This is very 2019.
Very 2019. First, I'm just going to chop the dates
Okie dokie.
and take the nuts out.
Would you like me to do that for
Would you like to?
you
That
can
would be
carry on and
fantastic.
do something
That would be brilliant.
less unskillful.
Yes.
Now they seem to be putting chopped almonds into the mixer, adding 1 cup of dried coconut, and then the chopped dates. And coconut oil, I think.
Ready?
Yes.
Fire.
And what we're looking for is a breadcrumb consistency.
I see.
Let's have a little look at that. Marvellous.
Breadcrumby.
I think... Oh dear.
But it's done no harm, has it?
No, it's fine. It's all
fact, it's-
perfectly brilliant.
Added some flavour
Yes. Empty this.
And there's our biscuit base.
With Nicola's base prepared, it's going in the freezer. Right. Now, I think they're doing the cheesecake filling, cashew nuts, then maple syrup on top.
So, Colin, we're going to have to do this in stages.
I'll do the hand on
You
top.
do the hand on top. So I do ice crush first, if anyone wants to see this. Do that. Here we go, ice crush.
Right. Okay, base out of the freezer so they can add the filling.
Colin, would you like to do us the honours and pour this into the TARDIS colour?
Do you want it clockwise or
Please cake?
anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Or
please.
central?
Central with with a clockwise bent. See, you knew exactly what I meant.
Then it all goes back in the freezer, and now I think they're cooking up a salted caramel sauce.
Now this
Yeah.
boils very fast, and you'll see it come up.
Yeah.
There it
Oh,
is. There it is.
it's
There it
threatening.
is.
That's boiling.
Goodness me.
And now, if we put this in the fridge, you'll be surprised to discover it goes a different colour. Overnight, it becomes lighter, and then you pour that over your cheesecake when
Once
it's cold.
Yeah.
And that's it, really.
Now, I'm told, Nicola might be about to use a bit of time travel.
Here's one I made earlier.
No. There's no end to your time travel.
This has come out of the freezer and hopefully defrosted. And here is overnight sauce.
I like a bit of overnight sauce.
You do, don't you?
We do.
I think it's time for some finishing touches. The overnight sauce, macadamia nuts, and a sprinkle of caramel curls. And there you have it. Dr. Please Cake, a recipe by Nicola Bryant.
There we go.
Look at that.
There we go.
This is healthy food, Doctor Who.
Oh, don't spoil it.
She's going to enjoy
It looks lovely. That is very nice.
Okay, so...
Isn't that nice?
Pineapple cheesecake, you're dead to me. The pineapple cheesecake has regenerated into a paleo,
Oh, yes.
vegan...
That's very nice. No, it's just tasty.
It's tasty,
I
isn't
don't
it?
care about the paleo vegan nonsense.
But all the young people watching will,
But
Colin.
we want yummy.
It is yummy. It's very yummy.
Back on script, it's time for our final dish of the day, courtesy of the doctor himself.
You want to do the honours?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Let me get this right for you, sir.
Will it? Yeah, it might need to be bigger on the inside. It's going to be a sort of balancing act.
Okay.
Colin Baker, the 6th Doctor.
I was.
We have the Doctor's Temptation.
Yes.
Doctor's Temptation is a Swedish-style dish with ingredients including anchovy fillets, potatoes and lots of cream.
This is based on a Swedish recipe.
Yeah.
Jansson's Temptation. Jansson was a man who, for some bizarre reason, didn't want to eat. And they kept plying him with lots of food. And the one that he's finally succumbed to, because it was so delicious, was Jansson's Temptation. And it is now the Doctor's Temptation. And it is very simple to make.
First, our chefs will need to peel and slice 8 medium-sized potatoes.
Slicing thinly.
Yeah, okay.
Could you say, yes, chef?
Yes, chef.
Thank you. Are you doing all right with the peeling?
Yes, sir. Yes, chef.
Colin's recipe in the book is accompanied by a biography of his life so far.
I don't know if you wrote this biography.
I didn't. It was written by Gary Downey and it's wrong.
Right, oh, really? Well, let's go through it then. Colin Baker was born in London.
Correct.
He then went to Manchester, where he attended St Bede's School.
Well, yes.
On completing his schooling, he trained to be a solicitor and
Yes.
practiced for 5 years.
Yes.
He then decided to become an actor as he
Yes.
found that he enjoyed his performances in court. He studied acting at the
That's
London...
rubbish.
Is that rubbish?
I didn't do any performances in court.
Right.
In the 5 years you're training, you don't stand up in court, do anything.
Ah, so that's Gary just doing a bit of
Yes.
fanciful flannel there.
Yes.
He studied acting at the London Academy. I'm gonna be a Gary Downey here. I'm gonna interview and chef at the same time and read. So he studied acting at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts.
Yes.
Lambda. After leaving the academy, he toured around England in a production of Plaintiff in a Pretty Hat.
True.
Followed by a season at the Mermaid Theatre.
Yes.
He's appeared in repertory in Liverpool, Canterbury, Harrogate, Edinburgh, and also played at the Chichester Festival. And this is my favourite bit. He is very well known in Scandinavia, where he has toured in several plays.
Yes.
Are you very well known in Scandinavia?
I was.
How come? Because of your stage work there?
Because I did a series in the 70s called The Brothers,
Uh-huh.
which was huge in Sweden, Holland and Israel. As a result of that, I was invited to go and work over in Scandinavia, which is where I learnt this recipe.
Ah, so it all ties in, you
It
see.
all ties in.
Colin has a wicked sense of humour combined with enormous charm. However witty one tries to be, Colin's barbed wit can usually be relied upon to supply an even wittier retort.
Yes, arsehole. Beautifully sliced, if I may say so. You've done such a remarkable job. I'm going to pass to you the Hat of Doom.
Just that. Okay.
So you put it on, and then we'll have to say, yes, chef, to you.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to rule with a rod of iron.
Next, lightly butter an oven-proof dish and chop 2 large onions.
The Doctor's Temptation. Why was this your choice?
I suspect it was probably because I'd had it 5 minutes before I got the letter. And since we'd come home, my wife Marion had made it with great success. So I thought, rather than try and think of something clever that everybody else is going to try and think of in this book,
Yeah.
I'll do something that will not be be done by anybody else.
And I noticed with no degree of confidence that you said your wife had cooked it for some success.
Oh,
so
correct.
have you ever cooked this before?
No.
You've never cooked this before?
No, of course
So
not.
this is a first?
Yes. Well, I'm not cooking it now, am I? You
Well,
are.
I suppose you're not, no.
But I'm
Why
instructing
change
you.
the habit of a lifetime?
Now fill the dish with layers of the chopped potatoes and onions, along with 113 grams of anchovy fillets.
You're being a little more meticulous than you need, really.
Am I putting too much effort in? So this needs to be more time-lashed, does it? Just sort of thrown together. So the cookbook is not something you'd thought of until you got our letter, I'm guessing.
I've come across it occasionally, nestling in my bookshelves, and looked at it with a mixture of fondness and repugnance.
I thought, what would Dinah Sheridan be eating this evening?
John should get credit for the fact that he kept Doctor Who going at a time when nobody else was really interested.
Nathan Turner.
Yeah, and things like the cookbook were just another way of getting Doctor Who out there, raising the profile of the brand.
With the anchovies and vegetables nicely layered, pour 170 millilitres of single cream over the top. For the finishing touches, dot the dish with 28 grams of butter and 56 grams of breadcrumbs. Then bake in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 50 minutes.
Ta-da!
Look at that.
There we are. Look at that. Do you think it was well before it died?
Moment of truth. So it's like a sort of posh dauphinoise, isn't it? Or a rustic
Yes.
dauphinoise.
A fishy dauphinoise.
A fishy dauphinoise.
There you are, there's a whole dollop for you there. So how much are you loving that?
It reminds me of rustic tea times in the country.
Which
When I
country?
was growing up. One that I never went back
Sweden.
to.
It's rich, but I like it. I like it.
That's-
Like you. Rich,
I wonder if
but I
you-
like you.
It's not all bad, is it?
No.
Doctor's Temptation, a recipe by Colin Baker.
How fun that we've been able to revisit the strangest piece of Doctor Who merchandise ever. And until they let us do a behind-the-scenes documentary on the Give a Show projector, I think we'll say that's a wrap on the cookbook.
There we are. Well, cheers.
Well, here's to the Doctor Who cookbook.
Doctor Who Cookbook,
Doctor Who Cookbook.
and all who failed in it.
45-year-old Toby Hadoke has completed his epic culinary mission. The Doctor